but it had called the Airbnb trying to get us out of here. So I'm gonna keep it a buck. The Airbnb host, they on hots. Mind you, we didn't do.
Recently, Plaqueboymax has been suffering from success, with him getting kicked out of another Airbnb or having trouble at another Airbnb. Normally, you would hear about this and probably think, oh my gosh, another rapper came through, was probably smoking, another rapper came through, did damage, wasn't participating. No, this time it was caused by his own fans. Along with that, it's destroying his mental so much that he had to take a whole vacation. It's basically not been streaming, with his most recent stream literally only being 4 minutes.
Last time, 5-star house was 3 days. I got out here for a full week. Whoever ends up winning, whoever ends up is at the top of the leaderboards by the end of this, I'm buying a crib very soon. That person will get moved out to LA.
In order to tell this right though, let me start you off from the very beginning. Obviously, Plaqueboymax, a very well-known streamer, was trying to give an opportunity to some of his friends or just people he thought had potential in the streaming industry. Not only this, but obviously, as you heard by him, if they had won after the 7 days, they were ranked the highest out of everyone that was there. They were going to get flown out to LA, where he was buying a new crib and have the opportunity to not only be basically put on at a whole different level, but just have insane content experience and insane connections. Unfortunately for everyone involved, not just Plaqueboymax, his 7-day 5-star house had to get canceled because some of his fans wanted to be weird and call up the Airbnb owner.
We have a little bit of an issue. Come close. There's been some weird going on. I think we just starting to really get too big for some stuff. But a nigga had called the Airbnb trying to get us out of here. So I'm gonna keep it a buck. The Airbnb host, they on hots. Mind you, we didn't do. There was, bro, y'all know how the first 5-star house was. Niggas was wilding up.
Where you want me to set it up though, Max?
Right here is good.
Right there?
Hell yeah, just getting your facial hair, you know, clean it up.
Straight to it.
Now y'all know the first 5-star house we was wilding out compared to what happened yesterday. So yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen. Right now we're good, but let's just pray for the best, you know. To put you on.
Obviously, this clip is before he actually got kicked out, just with a little bit of a warning, knowing that some of your fans are being weird and calling up the Airbnb owner and basically being like, hey, look, I bet you don't know what's going on in your house. Look at all these people causing all this havoc, running around, screaming, doing these streams, and that's so unnecessary. I don't even talk about how odd it is of a person to go out of your way finding small details so you can know exactly where Max's Airbnb is, then go out of your way to DM and message the person who actually owns it, sending him clips, sending him the stream. Hey, I don't know if you know what's going on in your house, but I know this guy probably rented it, but look at what he's actually doing there. Look at all the havoc he's causing. Like, do you not have better things to do with your life? That is so weird. That's so beyond weird. And honestly, Max has had Airbnb problems for a while now, but those main problems were smoking and people not knowing how to act, which is something he literally actually ended up getting fines for. Like, he was genuinely affected because people just couldn't have respect for him.
Yo, just to clarify for anyone that end up seeing this or want to come on future streams or like any artists, y'all are of course welcome to smoke outside. You just can't smoke inside in a B&B where they might charge me, because I've been charged before $5,000 to $10,000 or whatever more in fees for damages because of smoking, because they will make up an amount. It's happened to me before. So yeah, it's Airbnb. It's not my house. I don't live in Miami. You come to the FaZe crib or any crib I own or not own, but it's my, of course you're welcome to smoke. I don't know how many times I gotta say that. Not gonna lie.
A lot of people are probably sitting there and wonder, why would Max keep going out of his way buying Airbnbs if he's going to keep having these issues? Well, it just allows him to connect with more people, more artists, more content creators when he's not where he's at. You literally just heard in that clip, he doesn't own a house in Miami, so why not just rent out a B&B so we can get artists, so we can get collabs, so we can genuinely get people here, so we can make better content, or so we can have better content, get live reactions. It just has a way better experience if he has a place to himself where he can bring these people on his stream. And honestly, getting back to the main point of Max being kicked out, I don't think he thought he would ever get to the point where he's so big that he can't even have fun anymore with people he's trying to bring up. To the point where he's getting kicked out of an Airbnb when people like Kyle are throwing entire parties, having magic productions, having clowns, circus acts, all going through an Airbnb that he rents. If you saw Kyle 30-day subathon, you would be so shocked as to why an owner would be so ready to kick Plaqueboymax out for just hosting content creators and having them make music inside of a house.
I don't know if y'all remember the first day how we took the flick. I guess I don't know if it's off the flick. I don't know if niggas was just watching the stream, but niggas started calling the house doing weird shit. And now, you know, the Airbnb owners found out her kids or his kids, I don't know their gender, but they happen to watch the streams as well. They see everything going on. They've been on it about guests, everything. As you can see, niggas been kind of on eggshells, haven't really been able to do it. But you feel me? It's threatening to call, you know, people, law enforcement, to get us out of here, threatening to kick us out of here.
And I gotta say this again, to any niggas that are really out here finding Max's Airbnb and calling the owners and doing all this stuff, and no one can convince me that that isn't weird, because you can try to say, I mean, it's kind of easy to find, all you gotta do is X, Y, and Z. No, bro, I'm a YouTuber. I basically don't have a job. I'm the peak of unemployment. And even I don't have the time, energy, or even want to do any of that, because why would you? Why would you want to be on that weird timing, especially if you watch him and enjoy his content? You go out of your way to destroy it actively and just think that that's cool or funny in any way, shape, or form. And what makes it even worse is, honestly, getting kicked out of an Airbnb is one thing, but then also he said he might be losing another Airbnb account, and this is going to be his third time losing one. And if that's the case, he's just going to give up trying to do Airbnbs in general.
I don't know if I ever told y'all this, but I've had 2 fried Airbnb accounts already, just off of, you know, doing it. It's like, if I lose this one, I can't never do nothing ever again. So yeah, I can't lose this one. But you know, that's what's happening. If this bad review or whatever, I get booted out, this one is probably Chef Boyardee. So yeah, it's cooked. So I do gotta dip, and yeah, that's what I've been doing all day, trying to get sorted. So I do apologize to y'all. Of course, I apologize to my bros too. Obviously, I love y'all niggas, but yeah, I can't stream in this no more. None of us can.
Seeing this happen to Max is really sad in my opinion, purely because he is already doing a 365-day stream, which is insane to anybody, because streaming every single day for long periods of time is not healthy for you. And then when you add problems on top of this that mess up what you're supposed to be doing already, it probably makes it even worse, especially since I'm assuming you might have to pay money due to stuff that's going on. Even if he doesn't, that's still just a hindrance in everything that you're trying to do. I mean, now you have to make up a whole new plan for the stream you're going to do tomorrow. Now all this stuff is getting messed up. An opportunity you just promised to some of your closest friends or content creators you really believe in is gone, purely because some of your fans wanted to be weird and just couldn't let you vibe out in an Airbnb, and instead wanted to snitch on y'all like some little kids, which it probably honestly was, and ruin everything that you had planned. And honestly, this could destroy someone's whole creative mental, which is my other point for this video. Plaqueboymax recently hasn't even been doing long streams. His past 3 streams, one of them was 4 minutes, one of them was 10 minutes, and the longest one he had recently was 40 minutes long. And these aren't really something you can even consider streams. He's just booting up purely so he can hit the marker for 365 days. Like, oh, I did a stream today. Even if it's only 4 minutes, technically I did stream. That's really because his mental has been off due to the things that have been happening and how streaming has recently been going for him.
Tomorrow I'm back home. Oh yeah, nigga. I had to clear my mind. I was up. I was in a bad place. I'm gonna see y'all boys tomorrow. I'm back in LA. And we're doing 5-star rebuild because it's much needed.
I'm not surprised that it's taking a toll on his mental. It wasn't this situation specifically, and he didn't even name the situation, but honestly, with the stuff that has been going on, I wouldn't be surprised if it is things like this, or even the chicken pea situation that I talked about in my other video, which if you haven't seen, you should definitely check out, because at some point it literally is just going to annoy you or frustrate you and not want you to create. And because he does have to stream every single day, you don't even get the time to debrief, calm down, and even think about the mistakes, quote unquote, that have been going on, because honestly, it's not really his fault. Most of the time, it's just been people around him being weird, calling up the Airbnbs, not knowing how to act on stream. And at the end of the day, Max is just trying to do his best as a content creator. And obviously, just coming from a bias as someone who watches some of his content, like genuinely, he is one of the better content creators we have nowadays when it comes to streaming, how he's been posting YouTube videos, and when it comes to grinding in general. But I just hope he's able to, you know, figure this stuff out, get back to streaming, and doesn't have any bad Airbnb experiences moving forward. But in case he does, I mean, at least you know who to come to talk about it. And if you do have any opinions on this, then you might want to tell me in the comment section down below, because this video is unfortunately over. But if you did enjoy this video, maybe consider giving it a like, and if you enjoy content like this, maybe consider subscribing, because I post like this every single week, and you'll never miss out on a single upload if you hit that bell icon, because you'll be notified the millisecond the video goes live. But that's enough for me. I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Peace out.